Vivian is finally getting everything that she deserves. She has sold her peace and her happiness. She has sold her peace of mind. She said the family of Mark will not have peace. And now, that which she wishes for another person has come for her. Uncle Amadi called for a meeting, and in that meeting, he talked about how Vivian disrespected him, threw his cap on the ground, and held him by the clothes. This came as a surprise to Vivian's father. While they were still talking about that, Vivian was busy running her mouth. And of course, trust Vivian's father. Vivian's father resets Vivian's brain immediately with a very resounding power. And so Vivian's father ordered Vivian to go on her knees to beg Uncle Amadi. Vivian refused, but trust Vivian's father. Vivian's father made sure she went on her knees. While she was still on her knees, Nick was calling. I say Vivian has sold her peace. Nick was calling and she had to run out of that meeting to answer Nick's call. Now, Uncle Amadi has said that he's taking this case to the village to report to the elders, and they will decide on what to do to Vivian. And Vivian's father has agreed to whatever Uncle Amadi decides to do, or rather whatever Uncle Amadi and the elders decide to do to Vivian. On the other hand, Ben has succeeded in throwing Mark and Vivian out of the house. This time around, it was not business as usual. Even Mama and Helen could not stop Ben because Ben had made up his mind and he was ready for everybody. Everyone in the house was scared and tensed. Even Vivian, that is always fond of running her mouth, could not look Ben in the eyes because Ben was ready to deal with everyone or anyone who tries to stop him from throwing Mark and Vivian out. And guess what? He succeeded. Now, Mama, on the other hand, might not be happy about Ben's decision. But you know what? I feel like this time around, Ben is right. If Ben does not take certain decisions, especially the decision or rather the action that he has taken recently, Mark will not realize himself. Mark's brain needs to come back to normal. Now that Uncle Amadi is planning on traveling to the village to go and report to the elders and also decide on what to do to Vivian, I have a feeling that Vivian might not allow Uncle Amadi to get to that village, if you know what I mean. But I really hope that Helen, Mama, and Ben and Uncle Amadi will beat Vivian to her game again, just the same way they did when Mama traveled to the village to bring Uncle Amadi to the city. Because Vivian and her mother are definitely going to be plotting something. On the other hand, do you think that now that Vivian has been thrown out of her husband's house, do you think that Vivian's father is going to allow her into his home? What do you think will be Mark's next move? Remember, questions are going to be asked about the money that Vivian has been moving from the company's account, because Uncle Amadi has already disclosed to the family during that meeting, which Vivian's father was also present in. He disclosed that Vivian was making a call. He overheard Vivian making a call, telling somebody, or rather transferring money to somebody, an outrageous amount of money to somebody. And while he tried to ask her, she immediately started disrespecting him and held him by his shirt. Now, Mark will be forced to ask questions, and Vivian needs to provide answers to that question. Ben will also be asking questions. Helen will be asking questions. Mama will be asking questions. And this time around, even the company might be taken from Mark because of mismanagement of funds by Mark's wife. Vivian is gradually dragging Mark and herself into a tighter corner, into a big problem. As it is right now, Vivian has sold her peace completely. She thinks she has a home to go to. She has a father to run back to. I believe that Vivian's father will not allow her into his home. Now, Vivian will be left all by herself to face what she has caused for herself, since she refused to listen to the voice of wisdom. Guys, do well to leave your thoughts in the comment section. Tell me what you think Vivian would do next. Tell me what you think Vivian's mother would do next. What would Ben do next? What do you think will be the next line of action for for Mark and every other person in this beautiful series. Like I've always said in the previous videos, I believe that this will have a twist at some point, and I believe that Vivian's father knows more than he's even saying. I believe that he is really gathering informations and waiting for the right time to use those informations against his wife and his daughter, Vivian. Guys, do well to leave your thoughts in the comment section. Share this video out. Follow, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye. Yeah.